I'm Leanne and I'm back. Not that I'd disappeared, but I took a week off to go to Prague, which I've uploaded all of my videos from my holiday in Prague. So if you want to check them out and see what I got up to, it was absolutely amazing. And I mean, like, I had the best time ever. Prague is an amazing place. There's just something to see everywhere. It's fantastic, and I had the best time ever. I'm just going to move into the screen because I'm like sat sideways for some weird reason. So I am now on week 49. I'm Leanne. This is my weight loss journey. I started on Slimming World. I still go to Slimming World to get weighed. I still feel a bit uncomfortable with that, but I'm also like, I've been doing the New You plan. It's not like one diet specific on my channel. It is just what's working for me right now. So week 48, I had no weigh-in because I was in Prague living my best life. So if you're easily triggered, I am really sorry. Turn off or fast forward. But I have had a right time food-wise. I had an amazing time with myself, but I had a plan not to have a plan while away. I figured because I've lost a bit of weight, the main reason I started was so I can go on an aeroplane. I've now been able to achieve that. I've still got anxieties regarding that, but ultimately I was like, I'm now a little bit more relaxed with my weight loss, and I feel it's probably more realistic for me to accept that there's going to be times when I go on holiday and things like that I put weight on and I'm going to live. But ultimately, I can pull that back, and that's what I'm going to do. And I need to get my head around that, and I need to be able to do that. So off I went to Prague. Good God, have I eaten. So because I've been doing the New You plan, I stopped my diet on the Thursday after I got weighed, after week 47. I ate meals, I didn't plan, I ate carbs and stuff because I wanted to make sure that I didn't end up with like an upset stomach, diarrhea and stuff. And I wanted to be able to eat stuff while I was away. And obviously like my stomach will have shrunk, which it did. And I needed to get my body back to eating like conventional foods. So from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I just ate at home. I wasn't on holiday, but I just ate normal and I came off plan. Now, I know there's the switch plan and that's recommended and things like that. However, with the time frame that I had, I didn't want to come off too early, but I also didn't want to not be able to eat while I were away and drink alcohol. So I came off plan. I went on holiday and I ate whatever I wanted, literally. So we did walk loads. So I've had tons of exercise because walking around Prague, I took no public transport at all. We just absolutely blasted walking and doing it all. It was amazing. I'm glad I did it like that. I'm not gonna lie, it was tiring, but I'm quite proud of myself that I was able to walk around a lot more, and it was a lot easier than what it were like 10 months ago. So that's pretty cool. Food-wise, I had chimney cakes, I had pasta, I had a little bit of alcohol, I had like desserts if I wanted them. I had whatever I wanted and I enjoyed it and I don't regret it, and I'm quite happy about that because usually I'd probably beat myself up about it a little bit and feel really guilty, but getting back into this thing of life is going to happen and stuff is going to happen, and all I just need to do is be able to just get back on plan and pull it back and undo whatever weight loss I put on. So we came back on the Saturday. I was here. I had a breakfast with the kids. I didn't go straight back on plan. On Sunday, I really craved. I had a pizza on the Saturday, I think. And then on the Sunday, I really craved Turbo Carvery. So we went for a Turbo Carvery. I ate whatever I wanted. I wasn't careful. I just weren't on plan. So then from Monday, I have jumped straight back onto the New You plan, which is the meal replacement diet. I'm quite still enjoying that, not so much for the like severe weight loss, because I don't think I'm particularly having a massive weight loss. It's not the whole concept of I want to lose like £6-7 a week, it's not, it doesn't work like that any weight loss with me. What it is nice for is not having to plan. And this week I've been super busy getting back into work. I've been working late, I've been working a lot of hours, I've had other stuff to contend with and deal with. And it's nice to not have to actually really think about plans, what I'm eating, weighing, measuring, pointing, thinking of meals, shopping it and messing around. We're all still here because I'd ordered surplus before I went, and it's just been really okay to get back onto. I've not really struggled. I have come on my period, which makes me generally crave food, but the plus point is because I've eaten so much crap, I'm actually at a point where I'm not craving it. I'm a bit sick of it. It's made me feel a bit meh. As much as I've enjoyed it, I mean, we had some beautiful meals, but I'm not craving it at all, and it's been quite easy to get back into. Now, don't get me wrong, it's hard in the respect that you have got to be strict with yourself and you've got to just stick to this plan and say no to certain things. But considering I've been at work all the time, I've had like kids, life, work, business, stress with that hen do to contend with, it's been nice to have that structure and not have it to think about. So from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I've been back on plan. Yes, it's only 3 days. Today is Thursday and I'm still on plan and everything is absolutely fine. In terms of the holiday, oh my God, I'm not going to edit this in because it's on my videos if you want to like watch and follow along. But I had severe anxiety about getting on an aeroplane and fastening the seatbelt. So when I went to Blaines, I ended up in an emergency seat. This was the first holiday and plane I've been on in, 19 years because I'd just put it off. Although we ended up in an emergency seat and I couldn't have a seatbelt extender, and I just about managed to fasten that seatbelt, which made me actually a little bit anxious. And although I got in the plane seat and it was like I'd achieved that, it was still quite stressful. Like I was having this breakdown. So them feelings all came back when I got on the plane to go to Prague. We went on. I'd not pre-booked any seats because none are bigger. That's a load of crap. I thought there were that you could do that, but it's not a thing. So I didn't really care where I was sat because ultimately I was going to have that same problem. And I just didn't want to waste money again because last time I think it cost me about £150 and it was of no benefit whatsoever. So off I trundled onto this plane. I got to the seat, pulled the buckle open to its maximum amount thinking, oh my God, last time this like only just closed. I've lost a little bit more weight, but not significantly. I don't feel any thinner. I don't in my head feel any better about it. Sat on the seat, like didn't care about anything else. When like nobody around me even cared. I completely and utterly blanked out. This was like my ultimate anxiety and concentration, and it had been and got worse and worse and worse up to walking onto that plane and getting to that seat. I sat in that seat, fastened that seatbelt, and you are not going to believe this, there was actually extra room. Like, not tons, don't get me wrong, like, I've still got work to do, and I'm not thin by any stretch, but I'd like just squeezed into a size 16. I weighed 16 stone 8 when I got on that, well, I probably put on a bit from eating, but like 16 and a half to 17 stone, we're going to say. And I got on that seat and I fastened that seat belt easily. There was actually room and I had to tighten that belt, which was, it felt unbelievable. Like I literally swore and I could have cried, and I think everybody on the plane heard me tell Oliver that I had extra room and that I could fasten this seatbelt, and it were amazing. Quite ridiculous, I suppose, for some people that maybe has never had that anxiety and that feeling. But for me, just unreal, unbelievable feeling, and something that I just can't believe that I'm sat even saying this and that's happened to me. And I do feel better right now about getting on a plane and stuff. I know that I'll probably always feel a little bit anxious, probably no matter what. I can't imagine that's ever going to go. But ultimately, the goal that I set out to achieve when I started this journey, I've done it. I've smashed it. And it feels weird even saying that because I'm not really used to being that positive about myself, but I am over the moon. I don't know if you've noticed, it looks a bit rubbish because I've only just done it and I've tied the top section up, but I have gone a lot lighter because I'm now going ginger. This section, there's loads of blonde in it that needs breaking up. But I have put highlights through my hair to hide my grey. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about the blonder hair. I'm not really sure. That is something that I've got to see whether, well, it needs turning and sorting and breaking up, but I think it's something I'm going to run with for a bit and see how I feel, especially into the summer. The hen do last night, I was at work and I saw the bride and there was a massive breakdown. If you've watched previous ones, I'm not going to go on about it, but ultimately I feel quite attacked, and I feel quite let down, disappointed. It's caused me loads of anxiety and upset and self-doubt, and it's made me feel really panicky and upset. I've asked the maid of honour to refund us money and blah 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 as a means to try to savour the money, not just for myself but for other areas as well. She is withholding that and using it as a tool to kind of punish me and be difficult and all the rest of it, so I'm not pursuing that anymore. I think it's probably best all round now because it's caused me loads of stress and upset to just cut that clean. I don't think that friendship can be saved, and the discussion we had last night, it was quite painful to hear somebody who I regarded as a really close friend to act and be like that. I ultimately think the only reason she was she had no concern, I didn't feel, for our friendship. It is just more about her gain from me in terms of having her hair and makeup done for the wedding. I could be wrong because I could be, but I that's the feeling that's given me, that she didn't care that the outfits that were chosen for me really made me feel uncomfortable, and she wasn't willing to do anything to sort that because she's scared of upsetting the maid of honour. And quite frankly, I don't really care, and I don't really expect her to anymore. I just, not that I don't know if I expected it or not, but I feel quite let down that a friend wouldn't just say let's just compromise on these outfits. It's more important for me for Leanne and Tia to come on this hen do. And that's not been the case. And for that, I just think, then why am I going on holiday and giving 2 days of a holiday up that's going to cost me $2,000 to go and do your hair and makeup and work in roasting hot heat in Turkey when you evidently didn't really give a shit about me? No, but there was no concern for my feelings. And I think that was quite evident last night. And that's been really stressful and upsetting. But ultimately, having talk, I don't know whether I can say people's names because I always feel like it's unfair to share them. But my last client of last night, I did her hair and we worked there well late. And it's somebody that I went to school with, but we haven't particularly been close. We weren't really close at school and we weren't close after. She has been amazing for me. Her advice is really grounded, straight to the point, and prevents me being a people pleaser. She's messaged me a few times to check, see if I'm okay and how I'm getting on and how I'm feeling. She's quite I feel like she's depositing into my emotional bank account and giving me some of her spoons. There's something oh God, I can't even remember the words. It's just something we spoke about last night, and I've got ultimate respect for her. And I don't know, she's just a really nice person actually, and somebody that is worth my time, and somebody that I'd prefer to put my time into rather than just people that just want to take from me. I kept apologising that I were moaning at her and that she's using loads of time on me and it's not really fair. And she even gave reassurance. She's texted me this morning to see if I'm okay and to say her hair's lovely, and she's just been nice. I'm not really used to that, and it's just really sweet. And it's funny, isn't it, how sometimes people that you don't expect end up being probably better people than what you've actually got around you, and that's quite crazy. Anyway, so this week I have returned to Slimming World. I have walked back in the doors with my mum after a week off, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm absolutely dreading it. I am the kind of person, like, if you've watched any of my other videos, that can have a week off or even 4 days off and I can put a stone on. Like, literally, that has happened, and I'm not being dramatic. With the amount I've eaten and how little I've been back on plan, and just what was like going off, I had me down 1,000% for putting a stone on, easy, and I'd kind of accepted it. It is what it is, isn't it? It's just weight and the scales, and ultimately I've proven already to myself that I can lose it. So as long as I've had a good time, and that was my plan, that's the choice I made, it's not a shock to me. We're just going to go get weighed, accept what we're going off, and deal with it. So this week I have been, everybody was so lovely as well, asking how I got on. A lot of people were saying how like amazing I looked and how different and things like that. And they're just a really good group of people. And even if I'm doing the New You plan, that support within that group it's priceless, honestly. I never in my wildest dreams when I started this diet thought I would ever say that. There's not just like one or two people that are nice. There's like a room full of them that, and I'm like I've just said, I'm just not used to people being that nice, supportive, positive, encouraging, things like that. So to have a room full of those people around me, it's nice, and it's exactly maybe what I need, and I need to start accepting that. I'm liking seeing them every week, and I miss them when I don't. It's also highlighting just how shit the people are that have had round me and have got round me. I suppose that's emphasised just how selfish some people are in my life, and if they're not going to bring anything to me and be supportive and understanding, then why have them there? It's just not really, just not really worth it, is it? So anyway, I'm blabbling on. So first week back off of holiday, I suppose the reason, if you're watching this and it's somebody that follows, I don't even know if anybody's really following or anything, you are here for my weigh-in. And like I said, if you know me and you have took any interest in my journey, you will know I am a little fatty that can put on 20 ton of weight quite easily. So on the scales, got weighed. I'd not got my card. I can't find my book. I have just been completely unorganised. But I thought I needed to just face it, draw a line under it, accept what my gain is, and crack on from there. It's really frustrating because I was half a pound from my next shiny, like my next half a stone. However, it is what it is, and I won't go to Prague ever again because there's too many other countries for me to visit. So the scales are just something I'm just going to have to absorb sometimes, and I think that's quite healthy. So it stands on these scales, and I have put on 4.5 pounds. Now, to some people that would absolutely devastate their universe. Do you know, to me, that can absolutely ram on a stone without even trying, 4.5 pounds when I have done whatever I wanted for a week and a half, I'm all right with that. Like, I can pull that back. It may take me a few weeks, who knows? But I have managed to just stay into the 16 stone bracket, which is fantastic because I was gutted because I thought I was going to go back up into the 17s and have to do that again. What else? I'm really happy and I'm okay with it. It is what it is, and I'm quite fine. It'll disappear at some point if I work on it, and that's just that. So I won't be going to Benidorm. So I had 6 weeks until the Benidorm holiday was booked. I won't be doing that now. I'm not interested in pursuing that or even trying. I don't want the flights. I'm not interested. So off, I'm going to troddle. My next holiday is Magaluf for my 40th, which will happen at the end of April. So that gives me actually more weeks to try and slim down. I've ordered some dresses and things that'll allow me to, I'm hoping to slim into them. I've never really had the confidence to do that a lot. So it's quite nice that I'm in a state where I'm like, right, I'm ordering these. They are a size 16. Some of them are smaller 16s, they're more fitted, so I actually need to be the lower end of a size 16, not the 16 that I can squeeze into now. Some of them go on. I haven't tried some of them actually because they arrived while I was in Prague, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to slim into these. I'm hoping to, dare I say it, try and lose a couple of stone before I go to Magaluf. Again, sorry, Tia rang, so it obviously cut my phone up, and Lily probably might ring again anyway. So I was just saying that I need to slim into these clothes for Magaluf, so I am feeling really focused now, and I'm hoping that I get into those clothes and I feel a bit more comfortable. My legs and the overhang on my stomach are my main areas of concern at the moment. I mean, my arms and everywhere else is a concern, but they're the areas that make me feel really self-conscious. So it's something that I'm going to start working on. Something else happened today at Slimming World. Oh, I got hair in my mouth. Sorry. Today I was given the greatest loser of 2024 of my group. So this was actually done last week, but I will be obviously I wasn't there. I was in Prague. I don't know if I've told you, but I was in Prague. This award is given to people that have lost a significant amount of weight, most in their group, and it's there just to congratulate them. And I have lost up to then, I had lost nearly 8.5 stone, and I have been given this. It's really cute. I'm not going to lie. I feel super embarrassed about it. It's not something that I am good at doing because it puts the focus on me and my weight. She asked me for a bit of a story about what I'd done, and I'm like, well, I started this so I could get my fat arse on a plane, and I'm just plodding on now. That's about as good as that spiel got, because I am so crap at doing that, especially in front of people in real life. I do find it easier on here actually. But I just like this. It's super cute, and I think it's nice that I've won this, and I'm quite proud of myself. I think that's quite nice, and I hope that I can, I don't know, keep this up, I suppose. I really want to keep this up. Oh, my light is flashing. Electric storm. Anyway, thanks if you follow me along, and if you leave me comments and you give me support and stuff like that. If it's boring, that's fine. I'm kind of doing it for my own thing because this is a big deal for me, and it's something that I want to document. If maybe one day, even if in a few years' time, I don't know, I could maybe help somebody, give them a bit of inspiration maybe, or maybe somebody can look at this and be like, if they weighed as fat as what I did, look at that and be like, look, if she can do it and she's crap, and I've been fat my entire life, from a little kid. If she can do it, then so can I. And maybe the thoughts and feelings and crap I go through, getting on a plane and nearly having a panic attack about it. If somebody can look at this story, just one person in this entire world, and be able to do it, that to me will make me feel content with life. I think life's about people and helping each other, and it's nice to be nice. And I've never had anybody that's really inspired me or encouraged me that much. And oh my God, it's snowing outside, so both my children are ringing me non-stop, so that's why I keep getting cut up. But I mean, I was just babbling on really, saying that if I can just inspire and help one person to achieve, even just getting on a plane, if it's something that they'd maybe not being put, I can't imagine anybody's as ridiculous as me to put that off and let it stop them. But if there is somebody out there that feels like that, it's nice when you know that somebody else also feels like that. And it's maybe nice to know that that can be overcome, that not all is lost, because I, at points in my life, have felt like that. And I'm not perfect. I've got other things to work on too that I feel really conscious about and crappy about, but I am working on that. If you are out there and you are struggling along on your own, and I'd like to hear from you, because making these recordings and putting myself out there, it's quite difficult, and it's not the easiest thing to do, to tell people how much I weigh and what my deepest, darkest anxieties are, because I've always been brought up that that's a sign of weakness and you keep it to yourself. If I'm like, I am putting these out there in any way. If anybody is out there that feels the same as what I did, it'd be nice to kind of, for me to know, but I don't know. If not, it's not end of world, is it? I'm doing this and ultimately I'm talking to myself on a screen. So great stuff. Anyway, here's to another week on plan, and now feel like I'm like £5 in debt and I need to pay that back. So I'm going to work my arse off over the next few weeks to pay that £5 back and get back on track. So here is to another good week. Hopefully amazing weight losses. Hopefully get back on track and achieve that 8.5 stone award, and hopefully smash it up until Magaluf. And I'm sure I'll have shit days, and I'm sure things will go wrong, and I'm sure I'll put weight on or not lose a lot, but that's life, isn't it? And as long as we keep soldiering on and fighting, that is all we can do. So think then, wish me luck.